Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Well, welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take the resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, just simply check out the description below. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for your kindness and your support. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you tell a family, friend, or foe, or you know, to come on over and subscribe so they can be privy to the spiritual notifications collective. We're starting off the energy of the Six of Swords, and as you see, there's butterfly wings on the back right here, which represents a transformation taking place. So there could be people maybe eyeing you, or watching you, maybe speaking on you. You know, you're under observation collective at this time. People are wondering how is it that you are able to move forward. There could be a lot of gossip, a lot of conversations. I'm also hearing pillow talk, maybe spouses or couples, you know, speaking about you, even while they're lying down, you know, in the privacy of their own homes, having pillow talk discussions. They're in wow. People are in awe of how you were able to undergo this transformation here. You could be someone who's been through a lot of hardships. You could also be someone who's a loner. So whatever it is that you are overcoming or you are doing or you have experienced, you are overcoming it or you have overcame this by yourself. Now, this is something that people could be aware of, you know, and so that's why they're so shocked. And they're like, I wonder, how do the collective do this? How do they overcome, you know, maybe being jobless? How do they overcome being homeless? How did the collective lose weight? How did the collective start that business? How did they become world renowned? How did they become wealthy? You know, there's a lot of good things that you have worked on. Maybe you're someone who once had addictions. Maybe you're celebrating sobriety. And people want to know, how is it that you were able to put your wings on, go through this transformation, step on this boat and say, hey, I'm going to cooler, calmer waters. I'm going where the love is. I'm going where I am celebrated, not tolerated. And so it looks like, collective, you have chosen to love yourself. You have chosen self-preservation. You have chosen to partake in things that will elevate you and lift you up. You could have possibly turned your back on a lot of people. These swords here that is in this book are the swords that you pulled out of your back. And once you remove them out of your back, that's when your wings appeared. And the transformation, the changes began to appear in your life through people, places, and things and situations. Abundance, favor, opportunity, prosperity. Okay, your creative, your creative space may have even heightened. Okay, any gifts or talents or skills that you have heightened out of nowhere because the swords that was projected towards you, that was thrown, people stabbed you in the back, portrayed. Yeah, maybe they were portraying you, betrayed you, okay? You removed those swords, and that's when those wings appeared. Because that was a confirmation to source, to your ancestors, that you were ready for change, okay? And so you sent out the right signal. You understand the assignment. And so that's why you're showing up looking very well, very swell. Spirit is saying, okay, you do not look like what you have been through or what you have experienced. Your language, the way you even communicate may have changed. Okay, a lot of things has changed. Maybe you don't go the places you used to go. I'm also picking up, you cut off a lot of people, you know, whom you don't resonate with. And it's okay to do that. You know, no one is putting your life to stay forever, okay? And so you have, with the Eight of Cups, you've turned your back, okay? And you've made a decision, you know, and in this Eight of Cups, you know, it's dark. This person does not know what's ahead of them, but you trust and know that there's a higher power working for you. And because you chose to have faith, because you chose to put into action, not just talking about it, you know, you're actually walking the walk, you know. You are refusing to be in that energy of the Five of Swords, you know, being at conflict, constantly feeling like you are at a battle or a loss with people around you. I'm picking up that there was a time where people were pulling on your energy so much. They only dealt with you to possibly use you or take advantage of you, use you for what you had. Okay, you know, maybe people living with you, maybe people using you to drive them around, maybe people borrowing money from you, all kind of things. Maybe people using you to babysit. You just taking advantage. And even lovers also. Maybe you've also experienced relationships that were unhealthy because those connections, they were just all about infatuation and they were all about leading with the flesh. People just wanted to connect with you for the physical and not wanting to get to know the depths of you. Okay, these were people who were in search of temporary pleasures, as well as friends and family members who were very diabolical and nefarious. They had no interest in protecting you or expressing love. You could also may have had maybe a parental figure, a guardian. Okay, someone may have been adopted. Okay, maybe you was treated like the black sheep. Maybe you were always treated different. You just constantly had a ball of BS going on. You constantly had people trying to come up against you. Okay, parental figures. Picking up someone's mother may have tried to compete with them, or father as well, male or female. You may have lived a life where your parental figure, instead of being a parent and protecting you and teaching you and showing you how to enhance yourself as a human being, they were competitive. They wanted to like mimic you and mirror you. They could have also been someone who got in the middle of all of your relationships. This could be a karmic parent, parental figure, who did not want you to find love. Okay, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings. Okay, just a lot of hardship, a lot of situations that constantly had you feeling like the Ten of Wands, very burdened, stressed, overwhelmed. And you got to the point, look at the expression on her face. I can't, look at her face. I can't take it anymore. I got to get out of here. And so you pull those things out of your back and off of your back. And that's when the Six of Swords showed up. And you chose to accept judgment. You were in full agreement. You connected with Source and you confessed that you wanted change. And that's exactly what you got. And I'm picking up, you've done this all by yourself. You're doing wonderful, you're successful, and everyone knows it, even people you're not dealing with, whether you're on social media, whether they're hearing this through word of mouth, whether they're hearing this from a friend group, maybe you have friends in common, okay? Or maybe they've seen you, roll past your home, okay? Either way, you're doing wonderful and they know it. And so it's good that you have chosen to walk away from what no longer serves you. Often collective people spend their entire life never choosing to do the healing work. And they run around unhealed and broken and from relationship to person and simply projecting that energy. And it's just, it's a never ending situation or battle. But it's good that you are starting with yourself, you're starting with the man in the mirror, and you're choosing to make a change. Yes, okay. The next card we have here is the King of Wands, okay? The King of Wands is leadership and self-confident. You're very confident, you're very vibrant, beautiful, or handsome, whomever you are. Maybe there was a time you was not confident. You could have had people body shaming you, maybe mocking you, making fun of you, the way you talk, the way you dress, maybe different ideas that you shared with people who you thought you could trust. Maybe they were the type to talk down and say, oh, nobody's going to believe in that, or that doesn't make sense, or that's stupid, but you're no longer allowing those seeds of doubt to manifest in your life. You have put all that behind you. You now know who you are. No one can come and try to pull wool over your eyes. You're in your purpose. The path that you are on is positive. I'm not picking up that you're holding any resentment. You are just choosing to love the toxic people from a distance, and you have the right to do so. Source, God, the Creator, Holy Spirit, will not love you or dislike you because you choose to protect your peace, because you choose to have a life away from these people who are unhealthy for your well-being. You will not be loved any less. And so Spirit is saying continue the work and keep moving forward, okay? The next card we have here is the Lovers. And so, as I said, in the past, you may have experienced lots of unhealthy relationships. Maybe you had friends or family members who tried, I picked up on this before, who tried to date someone you were dating. Oh, wow. They want to share, huh? In that situation, sharing is not caring. Sharing is not caring, okay? Maybe you have experienced that, maybe when you would date someone, to know someone, I'm picking up there with someone close. You could have been cousins, could have been a parent. Oh, gee, a parent trying to date or sleep with someone that you were dating at that time. But moving forward, you have a healthy connection. A relationship that has reciprocity and you both have respect for each other. And Spirit is saying, make sure you keep these people out of your life because the simple fact that you're not dealing with them is why you have a lot of prosperity in your life. Is why you have peace. Is why you have happiness. Is why your hair, your skin, your nails are looking good. You're sounding good. You're even smelling good. Okay? Being around the wrong energy, these things I'm naming, whether you believe it or not, can affect your aura. It can affect the way you smell. Be around the wrong person. Sleep with the wrong person. It can affect the way you smell. It can affect the way you look. It can affect your money, your health, all that. It matters. It matters. Energy is not destroyed. It simply transfers from one thing to another. The next card is a two of swords. You could have legal placement in your chart. Okay, you're no longer confused and all in your head. Very confident. You know who you are. And folks are watching and they don't like it. They miss the old you. They miss when they had access to you, to use you, to mock you, make fun of you. I'm hearing even steal from you. Maybe you had someone steal from you. Maybe someone took an inheritance from you. Okay? That's for somebody, an inheritance. But now your whole world has changed. Male or female, gender is fluid in tarot, excuse me. Okay, so your whole world has changed. And so you have a whole new perception. The way you saw things before, you no longer view them that way. And this is also because you have walked away from these people. Spirit is saying, keep those ties severed. You are not indebted to them, nor are you socially obligated. Make sure that you're only surrounding yourself or entangling yourself with like-minded energy. The next card we have here is the Seven of Swords, okay? No more feeling uncertain, being full of anxiety and uncertain and confused. This is the energy that people miss you being in. And not all people, but the karmics that you no longer deal with. They miss you being in this state, okay? With this energy here, they felt like they could pick you to pieces and play with your mind, play with your relationship, play with your future, play with your finances. I'm hearing even play with your children. You could be a parental figure, you could be a parent yourself, or you may not. These people could have also tried to get to your children to try to sabotage you. But all of that is being blocked and returned to sender. No weapon formed against the collective will ever prosper. Everyone who has ever inflicted or projected any negative energy onto you, made fun of you, body shamed you, mocked you, everything these people have done is being returned to them. It's like you have activated, you have hit the trigger button. And your trigger and your activation button collective is you standing in your faith, is you walking away. This is your trigger button right here. You choosing to walk away and permanently keep that way. Keep the door shut, double bolted. Even if you see these people in the street, if you want to wave, you can. But Spirit is saying you don't even have to do that. You owe these people nothing. They know who they are, and they are fully aware of why you don't deal with them. Spirit is telling me to go ahead and have this conversation. People know what they are doing. There is someone who wants to try to reconnect with you to enter your life, to manipulate energy, but they have nothing new to say. These people from your past, they have nothing new to say. They have not changed. Spirit is saying they're even worse off than when you last saw them or were in communication with them. Do not trust these people and make sure you keep them out of your life and away from your child. People know what they are doing. I'm picking up someone wants to approach you with a fake apology. They want to talk about the past. The past is gone. We can't get it back. We're not going there. You're not going to lower your frequency or entertain that conversation. But people know what they are doing, whether they come and try to apologize or not. People know what they are doing. They know how it felt when they were trying to sabotage your love relationships. They know how it felt if maybe you were living with them and you applied for a job and that call came through and they didn't tell you about it. They knew what they were doing when you were part of an inheritance and they chose to defraud the document and keep your money while watching you suffer and slander you and talk about your character. People know what they are doing when they are behind your back trying to date people who you have dated. People know what they are doing. Do not be fooled, collective. Do not allow these people to come into your life with the shoulda, woulda, coulda theory, or wanting to have these conversations about old ish. The actions that they took towards you, they were intentional, they were on purpose. And I'm also picking up that they ganged up on you. It was like a laughing party, a circle of family members, or possibly friends and family members laughing in kiki while you were going through moments of hardship throughout your life. And this could be many different things. There are people who were able to help you when you were experiencing hardships, but they laughed and said out of their mouth, I can help the collective, but I'm going to let them suffer. And so, because we know the law is what we put out comes back to us, the same energy that they put out towards you is being returned to them. The same things they wished on you and inflicted on you is being returned to them. They will experience it. I'm hearing 2 to 3 times fold. Spirit wants you to stay out of the way and let them deal with their own karma. Let them learn and grow and come into their own awakening. They do not need your 2 cents added. They do not need your helping hand. Do not allow anyone to come near you, collective. Any of these karmics, and you know who they are. It's different for everyone watching. It may be a lover. It may be someone's entire family. It may be a sibling. It may be a mother, a father, a aunt, a cousin, a brother, whomever it is, a godparent, a neighbor, a friend, an ex-husband, an ex-wife. Okay? So either way, make sure that you steer clear. You steer clear. Let them go through on their own. Let them learn and grow on their own. The Spirit is saying that you brought yourself through this healing process, and you're going to continue to heal because the healing is continuous. It's a never-ending journey, but it's a beautiful journey to be on, because the more that you unravel and you learn about yourself, you reach different levels and heights, and your desires and experiences will change in a positive way. As you move forward, let these people learn. You did what you had to do all by yourself. Allow them to do what they need to do all by themselves. If you had to keep the faith and be homeless and figure it out, let them be homeless and figure it out. If you had to keep the faith and you had nothing to eat, let them keep the faith if they have nothing to eat. Let them learn. Let them grow. Let them come into their own awakening. And you stay out of the way. Stay separate from it. You are not indebted. You do not owe anyone anything. Do not be fooled. Let them plant their own seeds, the 7 of Pentacles. You've been in the garden. You've been in the garden planting and tilting soil and putting down that good organic fertilizer. You've been in the garden. Let them come to their own awakening. Let them arrive. Let them connect with Source God on their own. Let them find what changes need to be made in their life on their own. You do not need to be in the way, nor return to dealing with these people because they are anxious. There is someone who is very anxious, and they want to prove that you are not healed. They want to prove that you are not what people see. There could be people speaking positively about you, saying good things about you, collective. And they are anxious and determined to prove that you are not who you say or claim that you are. So it will not be wise to show up to anything you're invited to. Allow these people in your life, in your home, offer a helping hand. Stay away from all of them. These are people who are likely to invite you somewhere and intentionally and on purpose try to trigger or create some kind of confrontation to maybe try to hurt you, harm you, assault you, get you in a situation where they have to call the police on you. They want to see you in distress. They want to see you a mess. This is not This is not a coincidence. This is your confirmation. Excuse me. This is not a coincidence. This is your confirmation. And Spirit is letting you know this. You are very wise and spiritually in tune. You know who you are. You're standing in your power. In order to stay in your power, do not allow anyone to treat you like an evolving door or a doormat that's meant for muddy boots to walk on and treat you as if you don't matter. You can show people how to treat you by honoring the gift of separation. The gift of separation can bring you so much peace and so much grace. Because we cannot change people. We can only change ourselves. It's not our job to you. We can only control ourselves. So it's best to stay out of the way when we know someone or something does not vibe with us. There's no like-minded energy. There's no reciprocation, no reciprocity of love and respect and honor. And if you got to chill and be alone, Spirit is saying learn how to be okay with that. Be careful with with having a thirst or being needy for people. You'll mess around and be needy for the wrong person or have yourself in the wrong situation. No one is never alone. You may not have nobody in the physical, but you got them in the spiritual. Spirit is saying if you stay patient, I'll put the right people in your path for you to socialize with, make memories with. I have a card, a tarot card that says family is people who allow you to be confident and feel safe being you, not people. Your relatives are people who allow you to feel safe and confident being yourself. That's what family is. So it doesn't have to be bloodline, but that's what true family is. Not people who want to hurt you, sabotage you, steal from you, see you suffering, laugh at you, not protect you. That's not family. What's the point? Y'all need to listen to B for B. B for Better. She's a rap artist. Go listen to that song. What's the point? Go listen to that song. B for Better. She a rap artist. Beautiful melanated sister. Go listen to that song. What's the point of having these people around in your life if they're not going to fulfill their description? Here on planet Earth, everything is transactional. That's why reciprocity is key. It's very important, and yes, it is valuable. What's the point? King of Pentacles, male or female, nothing less than the best for you when it comes to socializing, whether it's someone you're dating, whether it's a friendship, or someone you just know. You know, we're raised in the vibration. We're raised in the frequency. We're not working out of our lower region. We're not working out of our flesh. You know, we're not being thirsty or anxious or, filling the void or dealing with seat fillers. You know what seat fillers are, collective? That's choosing to deal or tolerate with someone knowing you have no interest in them, but you're tolerating them and dealing with them. Oh, because it's Friday or Saturday night. Oh, and you don't have nothing to do. Oh, and you feel lonely. Well, if you're tolerating people because you feel lonely, then you need to go work on that. No more dealing with seat fillers. No more creating more karma, more energy to clear and heal from. Being heartbroken or devastated because you feel somebody betrayed you. When you deal with seat fillers and when you lead with the flesh, or it's Friday night, it's Saturday night, or I need to get me some. When you act out of your lower region, there's a repercussion for that. We have free will. We can do what we want. We're all given the same amount of time in a day. And we can choose to do what we want to do with our own time. And no one can tell you this. But make sure you're making choices that are beneficial for you and your well-being. I don't care who you are. I'm pretty sure you want a little bit, just a little bit of happiness, peace, success, abundance, prosperity, some good-ish before you perish from planet Earth. I don't care who you are. Everybody wants to enjoy life and live a good life. So why not give yourself nothing but the best, nothing less than the best? When it comes to who you deal with, places you go, the way you think, the way you talk, why not give yourself the best? Doesn't matter what it looks like around you. We have to stop, believing the illusions that are around us. Who cares where you live or what zip code? You have a home, you're blessed. You have life, you're blessed. You have water, you're blessed. Have to stop falling for the illusions. Everything has its own divine purpose and intent. Even when they were calling you a fool, You have purpose. You always have had purpose your entire life. When you were living out of your shadow side and going through different experiences, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Everybody has situations that they're not proud of, or financial hardships, or a relationship didn't work. Everybody go through things. That's normal. It's nothing to be ashamed of. But while they were kikiing and calling you the fool, they didn't know all the time that you was gonna bust out with the evening gown on, the sparkles in your hair done, you all diddied up, and you like la 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 la. They like, what? They like this. What? You mean to tell me all the swords we sent to put in this person's back, they done pulled the swords out? They done changed their pain into pleasure. They done changed their salt and the sugar. What? So people are shocked. Yes, they are. Some are applauding you, and some are very jealous and envious and want to prove wrong to other people around you, not to you. There's some people or a person speaking highly of you, collective. You may be aware of who this is. They're saying a lot of great things about you behind your back, and I think that's beautiful. Speaking good about me behind my back, thank you. Thank you. And these karmics are anxious to prove them wrong. They're anxious. They want everybody to know the collective is not on their throne. The collective doesn't have mental power. They're not intuitive. They're not smart. They're not brave. Oh, let me tell you what happened 20 years ago. They only know the old you. They don't know nothing new about you because you're not who you used to be. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to be doing something different each and every day, little by little, with momentum. We're supposed to change as we move forward, not do the same thing. So you making a change is great and wonderful. Keep going, keep moving forward. And let no one take you out of this energy here. This is a high card, the high priestess here. Extremely intuitive and balanced. Withholds lots of wisdom and not very much a chatty patty. Knows what to share and what to keep on reserve. And is able to adapt to a plethora, a variety of different people. When it comes to nationality, religious and cultural experiences, you're very versatile. I'll say diversified. You know how to navigate, get along intellectually as well, wherever you are. Very smart. These are things, talents, and gifts that have always been in you. And these karmics were aware of it, even as a small child. And that's why you may have experienced a lot of dysfunctional behavior, especially within your family, from people who are supposed to love and protect you, but instead turn against you. You may have been on jobs, even in different career settings. You experience people trying to come up against you, people you don't even know. You may have lived in neighborhoods, may have had neighbors who have tried to come for you and be confrontational, and they don't even know you. It's your light, it's your aura. Do you see? Look at this. Do you see what the priestess is? It's this. They see you. They see all that. You don't have to be wearing this, but they see it. They see all this, and they feel it. Energy is real, G. Somebody like to say G a lot, because I don't even talk like that. But energy is real, G. Somebody you know like to say G, or you like to say G. You a real G. You a real one. You a real one. And these people from your past are fake. And so you were just around your wrong tribe. They did not have the vibe. And so things kept happening over and over again. This was all to get your attention. This was all to get your attention, not to hurt you, not to harm you. We often think when we go through, a lot of people fall into the pity party, the woe is me, and they use it as a crutch. But these different events that you have experienced, whether someone was being handsy with you, putting their hands on you and they weren't supposed to, in any kind of way, stealing from you, sabotaging you, hurting you in any kind of way, These things were happening because Source was trying to show you that these are not your people, and for you to turn your back and for you to move forward. It was part of your path. It was meant to happen. Each event, no matter how painful it was, even the loss of loved ones, no matter how painful it is or it was, even people stealing money from you, money that you probably say to yourself, I could really use that. I could really use that. And I'm talking about big money, not no hundreds, big money. But you had to go through all this. The school of life have many tests. It was meant to happen. It was to bring you to this point. It was to increase your tenacity, your wits, to help you heighten your intuitive abilities, to lead you to pivot in the right direction, to create that spark within yourself that was best for you at the right time, to create that spark as you turn your back. And these sparks, these lights, that's that spark being created. Leave. It's time to leave. It's time to leave them behind. And you probably had on your mind, I don't know how I'm going to, where I'm going to live. Oh, well, guess I go to a shelter. Guess I sleep in my car. I figure it out. There's no view of your future here. You turned your back and you did not know, but you knew you were not alone. That's very powerful, collective. Pat yourself on the back and congratulations, you are powerful. It takes a lot of strength, a lot of wits for a person to say, you know what, I ain't got nothing but cotton in my pocket, but I'm leaving this behind because I'm pretty sure whatever out there is better than where I'm at. In those same lights, that's the spark within you being created, ready for the transformation, ready for the change. And then your boat arrived. And you say, hold on, here I come. Ancestors, your ancestors, your spirit guide say, well, come on then. The collective is ready. The collective is ready. You could have been in hermit mode for a while. Maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years. And when I say hermit, meaning going within, connecting with source, getting to know yourself, forgiving yourself, working on your health, working on your wellness, learning about you all over again, starting from scratch. It's like moving in a place with nothing but a bag of clothes. You're okay, starting from scratch. And you're like, okay, I don't have the furniture, but guess what? I got a crib, I got somewhere to live. I got these clothes. And day by day, things just gets better and better. Day by day. The more seeds you plant, the more you're showing that you trust in the divine. The longer you stay away from these karmics and keep them out of your life, the more favor and opportunity keeps showing up for you. Blessings and favors and opportunity from total strangers. Things popping up in your life without you even asking for it. You're not alone. You're not alone. Things popping up in your life without you even asking for it. Because you planted the seeds, you did the work, you did not make excuses. You know how many people make excuses to stay in unhealthy connections and they block their own blessings? They simply tell source, I don't want it. I'm going to stay here. And divine say, okay, I'll move on. Holla at me when you're ready. Being studious, choosing to be curious. You could be someone who have a spiritual practice. You could study spirituality or hidden wisdom or knowledge. You could be very interested in spirituality on many levels. Metaphysical, cultural, religion. Doesn't matter, whatever you practice, whatever you study. All are welcome on this channel. Hmm. I'm picking up you are someone who you could be non-denominational. You claim no, okay, you claim no culture or religion. You could be someone who feels you could be someone collective who feels authentically that you can learn from different cultural backgrounds. You could be someone who doesn't judge. You don't pass judgment. You don't feel that one is better than the other. And it makes it, you also have the gift of being able to adapt. I mentioned earlier with this high priestess, you know how to adapt to a plethora of different people, a different variety of people. You're not someone to fold, or you're not shy. You're very confident, very well spoken, very sound, very clear, very confident. If it's something you don't understand, you don't mind asking what that is. You don't mind learning. That's why you're growing. You don't mind learning. You don't mind asking the questions. There are so many people who's concerned with the cool kids, with looking cool and being cool. If I say this, they gonna think that. If I do this, they gonna say that. But you're not concerned with none of that. You're focused on the Christ within. And with the Queen of Swords here, as I hold this card, and you see this person looking up, as if she's looking up into the ether. This can represent male or female, and communicating with the sword in the upright position and communicating. And you see the bird here, as if she's looking up into the ether, as if she's waving her wand. It's a sword, but as if she's waving her wand. Everything on this channel is spiritually led, and I did take my readings according to how I am led. I understand very well the meaning of all cards. That's for somebody who needs to hear that. All readers are different on how we distribute our readings, and it's okay to be different. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. The next card we have here is the Two of Wands. Setting goals and taking action. See, you're focused on pouring into you, and if you feel anyone or anything is getting in your way, see, you're just going to speak. You're likely to step out into nature. You're likely to go ground yourself. You're likely to go into counsel. Like, wait a minute, I got something for this. You don't fight the way you used to fight. You're busy taking action and creating and building, establishing yourself firmer and firmer. He's taking that wand there and he's making sure that it's planted in the ground and that it's firm and that it can't be shaken and it can't be moved. And so this is you tapping in. That's what makes you the energy of the high priestess. You're tapping in. Oh, somebody wants to come for me? Oh, let me tap in. Spirit team. Oh, guys. You don't fight the way you used to fight. You could be someone who maybe people would try to pick with you and get you upset, maybe try to create a confrontation with you so they can have a fight with you. You fight, but you don't fight the way you used to fight. And people know it. They know what's up. They know what's up, collective. They know what's up. They know what's up. They know what they do. This is you, male or female, enjoying all the seeds that you have planted, enjoying the work that you have applied and you will continue to apply. Manifestations just flowing in easy and breezy. Okay, cover girl. Somebody loves makeup. Somebody could be a makeup artist. Okay. Somebody loves to go to Sephora. Okay. Don't treat yourself. Go ahead. Go ahead. And this is that new energy. Remember, I told you the card that I have. I should have pulled that deck out while I keep saying it. The tarot card that I have. And it says, family is people who make you feel safe and secure being you. Family is people who make you feel safe and secure being you. They are supportive and nurturing, not hurtful, not people who want to sabotage, take from you, swindle you, plan, plot, and strategize against you. And so this Ten of Cups here is new energy being placed in your path. New people, new vibe, new tribe. You could be planning to have a child. Maybe you're pregnant or find out you have a child on the way. Congratulations. Make sure you do what you got to do because I'm picking up somebody's photo. Okay? You gonna get that baby. Maybe two. Congratulations again, collective. This is you. La 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 la. See how she's resting on the wheel there? The sun is shining. The sun is shining on the wind, on the wheel. The wind is blowing in her hair, you know. He or she, male or female. You know, it's a beautiful smile there, okay? This is the wheel of fortune. This is what they're concerned about. You have people in regret. You're that same one they counted out. Not the collective. I remember the collective, you know, they were a bum. They didn't have any money. They didn't have this. They live in the hood. So what? At least they have a home. They look like this. They did this. They didn't finish school. They had a baby before marriage. This is them passing judgment on you. They'll never be anything. Then here you go. You hurting people feelings, collectors. You are hurting, and you're not even trying. You're somewhere minding your business. You could be watching this read like, I ain't even seen them people. Look. But this is who they currently are. They have not changed. They are all still the same or maybe 2 to 3 times worse. Remember I told you at the beginning. Spirit is saying they are experiencing 2 to 3 times worth of all that they have projected onto you. And here you are. La 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 la. Do you know how you're making them people feel? They talked about you. They slandered your character. People have stolen from you, betrayed you, sent swords and sent people towards you to hurt you and harm you. And I gotta show you again. Here you go again. La la la. You are peeing these people off without even trying. And you don't have to fight your battles. You got a team that works for you around the clock. And there you are, connecting with your team, conversing with your team, letting them know what's going on. They're like, no problem, we got it. We got it. They doing what? We got it. They are very enthusiastic, wondering, how did you do it? This message is clearly conveying that you are on the right path. You are doing wonderful. Yes, you need to see it again. You're doing wonderful. Whomever you are, I'll just do these 3. You got the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Ten of Cups out here. You're doing wonderful, magnificent, magnificent, magnificent. You're doing beautiful, phenomenal, phenomenal. Keep going. You're on the right path. Don't look back. Keep these karmics out of your life. Anytime you recognize any person, place, or thing that is not for your highest good, cut it off and keep going, because there's nothing but increasing more prosperity, favor, and opportunity that is strategically being placed in spaces and places that right now you are unaware of for reasons, because they don't want you to see that right now. Spirit wants some of these things to be a surprise to you. The relationship, the money, the job, the houses, the cars, the vacation, new people, opportunities, starting a business, returning to school, finishing school, whatever it is for you. It's a whole lot. Hear that noise? It's confirmation. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot of money in here. This concludes the read. I trust and hope that it assists you for your highest good. Later.